Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm finally here with my long-awaited October calendar, and it is a squirrel. And here's the design, and I've just traced around it with this stuff. What's it called? The Vlisafix. I've got my iron set up over here. So I'm going to iron that down, and I've placed it on there to hold it down. There we go. Give it a bit of an iron. So I've placed it on there. You probably can't see it very well. And I've got these leaves for everyone else that didn't get the kit. But then I've got these leaves which I had put in the kit. So I thought I would just use those, stitch them down. So I've just traced around it. I drew that, peeled it off. That's the peeled off bit. And then I've got to go back in and do the stitching. So this is the piece that I've got. That's the September. Okay, got to undo this. Okay. And this is the background piece that people got, quite like that. So, and here's the little screw, the nut. I've got to find some fabric for that yet, so I might find something floating around here. So, how big is this? What I'm going to do is, oh yes, it does rip. That's good. So this is the piece that everything is going to be going on to. And I might, so it'll rip around about here. Hopefully it'll rip okay that way. I think I use this same background for the deer. So I might go over the top of that one. And then, there we go. Just look, is that in camera okay? And I'll move it over so it's where it sort of should be. There we go. Oh, sorry guys. Now, okay. So what I've got to do with that is I've got to stitch that down. So we are going to get some leaves. Okay, they start off red. I know. They start off green. Do they go red and then yellow? Oh, I don't know. We'll put the red on the top, green and yellow. Probably have that coming up that way. And then I'm going to give this an iron again. And then I'll cut around it. Didn't quite go down flat. It's an unusual piece of fabric. That's what the guys got in the kits. So I will proceed to cut. Okay, we've got these bits left over. I'll put it in my little cream stash of leftover small bits, which is quite good. You can use that on the Just Because clip. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do, where's my, a bit too small, and these ones are too big, but I'll probably use those ones. Actually, yeah, I reckon reckon that's where it is. Probably need that too. Okay. So what I'm going to do is cut around. So you just trace around the outside like I've done with that, like that. And then you put it on the opposite way. It's got sticky stuff on both sides, so you just pull it off on the opposite way so that when we stick it down, and it's just the outside, then we've got to stitch all the bits and pieces on there. So where are we? A bit hard for you guys to see, and it looks quite funny with this colour, but I just thought, go something a little bit different. My original pattern piece is part of my a quilt that I made, my woodland quilt. Quite hard to see this. Oh, didn't quite get in there, got to get right in there. Hopefully my head's not in the way. Okay, chop that bit off. Now, if you had a good light box or whatever it is, you could probably draw the shape on the actual bit of fabric. Oh my goodness, do I need to take my glasses off? Probably do. It's just so hard to see anything these days. Okay. Now it's a bit of an unusual fabric, but I mainly got it for the colour. And then by the time you cut it out and you do the different shapes and stitch around it, fill in the missing bits, it's going to look rather cute. Okay. Yes, I apologise for the lateness of this video. We're well and truly into October, and I'm only just doing it now. But I've had a busy week with Corinne's retreat, and as I'm filming this, she's doing another one in Brisbane. So she is going to be a very busy girl. So, okay. Big foofy tail. Hopefully I'm in camera. None too exciting you watching me cut these, but once it's cut out and ironed on, okay. Looks a bit like a kangaroo paw, this one, but that's how their little paws are. Okay, now let me see. A leafy, a leafy guy. We look, oh, didn't quite cut that off there. See, that's how you can tell what's been done and what hasn't. Okay. Okie dokie. So we will just place him down there, I think. So what I'll do, I'll peel this off. And place that guy around here, but before I actually go to iron it down, I'm going to put it up higher because you just don't know, yeah, it's quite a bit. I'll just give him a bit of something to sit on. Oh, that works out well. That looks like his little hands. Now, I've got this small piece and I'm going to need some fabrics. So what have we got laying around here? On the top. Look at this. Oh, isn't this little guy gorgeous? I reckon I could probably use some of that fabric, to be honest. Now, I've got plenty of that floating around somewhere. This. Okay. I reckon we could probably use, this was my autumn one. And I've stitched it down already, but I reckon I can unpick it. Yep. There we go. Because I don't particularly want to do this guy. That sort of looks a bit like an acorn shape, doesn't it? Now where did this... Here it is. There he is. So we'll cut that out. Yep, use what you've got on your desk. Okay. Put him down there like this. And then cut the top. There we go. So I'm going to put this on here. It looks a bit pointy, it needs to be more rounded. And then this guy is a bit more rounded, so we'll peel that off. At the back. And put that in the middle of that. Looks like it's got something. Looks like it got something on there, yeah. Only the sticky stuff that I needed to have on there. Oh, gee, I'm an idiot. Oh, well, we'll just grab some more paper, which is here somewhere. The top part still works. There goes my fridge. You know what? You know what? I'm just going to cut out because it actually looks like the shape of an acorn, to be honest. bit big. Oh, I'm going to cut that top bit off because I'm going to stitch that on with now does that work on the top? Yes, okay. So he's holding a big acorn, probably a bit too big. Just cut it down a bit. I don't want it to be bigger than the squirrel. And then we're going to have it underneath his hand. And we've got this bit. So I will get some of this fabric. Need a darker piece. Hopefully we don't scrunch that up. Okay, where's a dark piece? We need a dark piece. There we go. So I'll iron that down. Hang tight. And I'll iron this down. There we go. We're still in camera. We are. Okay. Get this little bit out from here. Concentrate when you're cutting. Okay, here's the only trouble when you're doing small stuff. The papers are small. Okay. That little bit's going to go on the top there. Okay, so we'll take it off. Take the paper off and put the lid on, and then we'll give it an iron. So there we go. So you've got his nut. I might do, because it doesn't have, I'll put this over here, it doesn't have glue underneath it, so I'm going to stick some glue on that. There we go, that'll work. And then a bit of glue underneath this, even though it does have glue. So what we have to do is, where's my leaves? Now, got to get the pen and do some drawing. Just going to work for me. Better grab some fabric, test it. Okay, so this. It's going to come round like this. So I will stitch that down. So that's his body. And then we need some little curves. So I'll stitch around the outside, but I'll also do some bits and pieces, and I wouldn't mind getting some wool. I'm just adding some wool to it, so I won't do this curvy thing, I might just do the wool. Do another thing here. Now this needs to be done like this. So you've got the two ears. This nose at the end. This is just perfect, this. Lined up. One more there, maybe one more there. Got the arm coming out here. Then we got this. And then a bit of a line there. Now these lines define who he is. Now this, because he's got a bit of a belly thing here. Okay, and that's there for his arm. So if you can get this or whatever fabric you do and trace this, you know, put the fabric on there, say it's this, whatever colour you use, and trace around it, you will get the template. Okay, so there's his mouth, I think, or is it here? I don't know. There we go, there's that, and then whiskers. Now the eye is going to be the hardest for everyone to draw. You just go like that, so half a circle, and then another half a circle that way. And then I won't colour it in too much because we need that little white bit. He looks like an angry squirrel. Then we just do some outlining, some lines. I think that's about right. And then he's got these little fluffy tuft bits on the end. I kind of like, I think that is where his mouth is. There we go. So I kind of like the colouring here. It sort of adds to the colour. We need, you know, like dots where they are coming out. Okay, so hopefully there's his back. Probably not the straightest, but you know, we'll do, I might get a bit of wool for that. And then we got some paws here. So hopefully you can see that. Yeah. And I'll do a bit here too. Okay. Oh, he's cute. Okay. Can we see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stitch it down around the outside, you know, like the tacking stitch, and then come back with, I wonder if some of these can just go, they need leaves, proper leaves. I'm going to do the green on the top because they start off green, and do the yellow, and then I could probably even do, you know, maybe that coming underneath, cut some of that off. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's cute. So once he is, you know, tacked down, and I'm going to need some sort of reddy coloured thread, I think. Let me see. Reckon that'll work to tack him down. Probably a bit too pink, but I have got stuff everywhere. I'm in the process of moving into my studio, which is fantastic. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So I'll use that to stitch him down. Then I might get a darker browny colour to do a stitch on there. I might even go darker, I think, because it needs to stand out, but I will use some of that as well. Yeah, sort of a blacky brown, but I'll definitely got to stitch that. But before we do any of these two, I've got to stitch this down to the fabric, and don't like the shape. Don't like the shape? Change it. There we go. The good thing about these, you get them in the $2 shops, is that they don't fray, which is good, and you can stitch on them. So I will stitch them down with the brown, holding it down, and a stem stitch, and that's how I'll have those down. I think that's really cute. Very cute. Oh, we forgot to do October. I better get the October in there. I wonder if I can see through that, but I can. So I better do that. Oh yeah, that definitely needs to be done before we stitch it down. So I've got the light box, but I don't particularly want to turn it on because it will flicker. Now, if I can get, that's going to cover that. We can get some fabric that's going to cover. Hopefully, we can turn it on and it's not going to flicker on us. It's a shocker. There we go. We can see the word October. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Oop, looks a little smaller than the original. Ah, well, we'll work with it. And the T, there we go. I think that's right. There we go. This is, so that's joined, and that is sort of comes up to a point. There we go, not quite joined, but yeah. I'll do that. There we go, get rid of that. I can iron that off. Okay, that works. So that's the October. It doesn't always quite work how it does on the thing, but you get the drift. Yeah, there we go. Okay guys, well, oh, going too high, it's down here. I will be back in the next one and yeah, get a start on stitching this down and having it on my calendar. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.